guys, welcome back. Today is Monday, June 13th, and I know that I just did a vlog on the 11th and then one before that on the 9th, but what can I say? I love Star Wars. Today I would like to talk about fandom in general and the fact that everyone has their own story, their own background. Everyone has a story to tell, and especially when it comes to how they became fans of a certain thing. In this case, Star Wars. So right now I'd like to share with you my story, how I got to be a Star Wars fan. It all started when I was a little bitty 3-year-old. My dad rented episodes 4, 5, and 6. And I remember sitting in his lap and watching Star Wars and thinking, wow, this is a really cool movie. Of course, I fell asleep through half of it and didn't really understand most of it, but it must have made some sort of impression on me because from then on, whenever we went to the video store, I'd always ask my dad, can we rent Star Wars? Can we rent Star Wars? And whenever anyone asked for a film suggestion, I'd always go, Star Wars, let's watch Star Wars! And my mom couldn't figure it out, like, what's this 3-year-old girl doing liking Star Wars? Because my mom, she doesn't really like Star Wars. She's understood me a little bit better since then, but back then she was like, should I be worried? My enthusiasm for Star Wars only grew, and not only because of the Ewoks and R2-D2, who I loved when I was little. When I was about 5, I think, my family and I went to Disneyland, and we rode Star Tours. We were standing in line, and I was just tall enough to make it, and I remember getting so excited waiting in line to ride Star Tours, and I saw R2-D2 and I went nuts. I was jumping up and down like, R2-D2, hi R2-D2. I loved it. By 5 years old, I was a hopeless fan. When I was about 9, I finally, the story finally clicked with me, and I finally realized, wow, Darth Vader is Luke's father? Princess Leia is Luke's sister? And it all finally clicked with me, and appropriately enough, the very next year at age 10, I read my very first expanded universe novel, which was The Truce at Bakura, and that got me into the books. And I loved the Young Jedi Knights series when I was younger. I loved the character of Jaina. As a matter of fact, I was trying to make a Jaina costume at one point. As I was growing up, nobody really understood why I was a Star Wars fan, especially since I was a girl. I was always painfully shy, and sometimes people would tease me about it. These guys would walk behind me at church and go da 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 just to tease me. But as I got older, I was able to connect with other female Star Wars fans, and I realized, oh my gosh, I'm not the only one. This is great. I'm not the only girl that loves Star Wars. It was like a gigantic revelation for me. In 2007, I went to my first Star Wars convention, got to connect with other fans, and that was also the year that I first joined the Jedi Assembly and first started working on joining the Rebel Legion. And it's like expanded exponentially from there. Then, of course, the old EU got tossed out, and you know what? I don't really miss it. I am more than happy to greet Finn and Rey and Poe with open arms and say sayonara to Tenel Ka, Zek, Jason, Jaina, Anakin Solo, and all the others. And I don't even miss Mara Jade. When I first heard that they were going to be making episodes 7, 8, and 9, I was kind of wary. I was pretty disappointed when I heard that Lucasfilm had been sold to Disney. And I'm like, George Lucas, you were my hero. You were the hero for independent filmmakers. Why? I'm happy with episode 7, and it looks like Rogue One's going to be fun. It's probably not going to be as good as it could be with George Lucas running the show. But you know what? It's still a fun movie. It's more Star Wars, and it's bringing in more fans, and that's more people to connect with. So, hey, you know what? The more the merrier. Anyway, that is my story of how I got to be a Star Wars fan, in a nutshell. What's your story? Go ahead and post a comment below. When did you first see Star Wars? How did it click with you? What's your favorite part of being a Star Wars fan? That kind of thing. Anyway, that's all for today, and until next time, this is the Clumsy Jedi signing off. Bye, guys!
So let's go to the movie. Bun some popcorn, like extra butter. Join the dark side. May the force be with you.